welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me stop this here. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was setting up some stuff behind the scenes because I want to show y'all this project that I've been working on a little bit off and on. Part of it for work, part of it outside of work. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool technology. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of web technologies. And so I've been kind of playing around with some newer stuff. And we spoke about some of it on here on previous break sessions. And I am trying to find, hold on, give me a second here. I'm opening up the URL. Okay, cool. Yep. Continue that one. Good. All right. Cool. And it registered everything. That's great. All right. Then I'm going to pop it into here. So this is kind of like an amalgamation, a mixture, you may say, of all the different things I've been kind of like putting together. And I'm not sure if my internet has like stopped or whatever, but it's fine. All right. Oh, interesting. It worked on this one. Oh, I was not expecting it to work there. Okay. Do I have another? Oh, I do have another browser. Let me see. Well, it might not work on this one. Let me see. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Oh, no, it's on this one too. Weird. Okay, so this thing is, oh, you know why? Because I have it as, that's right. I have it as a, okay. Yeah, so it's the, do I have, what's another browser I can install real quick? Hold on, like Firefox or something, right? Because I wanted to show, it works in like 3 different modes, right? Hold on, let me download Firefox. Mozilla. Because it'd be good to have another browser. Because right now, Firefox, I have Chrome and Edge, right? It came with the browser. And so I'm downloading Firefox. Don't set it as my default. And so I'm just going to download it, Firefox. Because I don't think Firefox has the thing. Because I have different, like I mentioned, it works in different browsers. Should work in different browsers. You know what I'm saying? And so I never tried it in Firefox. So this would be a good thing to try out. And hopefully it doesn't break anything. All right. So it says it's done. And I'm going to, oh, hello. Okay. Sure. Okay. Now installing. All right. Great. So while it's doing that, let's talk about the thing that I made. All right. I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to share the entire screen, I guess. Maybe. And my thing is starting to buffer.
So we'll see what happens.
And all right. So first thing that I'm working on, and I'm pretty sure we've spoken about it here before, but Web LLM, and is basically being able to run large language models inside of your browser. Sure, don't set it as thing here. Cool. All right. Sure. No, don't import anything. Skip the step. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Skip the step. I just want to get to the browser. Skip the step. Okay, no, yeah, just start browsing. I don't need to sync anything. Thank you. All right, cool. Let me see if it goes to the URL. Let's see what it pulls up. All right, cool. It pulled up the other thing. All right, good. All right, so that's awesome. And I don't think am I still streaming here? What's happening here? Are we good? I think my internet might be busted. We'll see. Hopefully it's still recording. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think we're okay. We'll see in the recording. All right. So now with Web LLM, I was able to kind of like create an application where it's a to-do app. All right. And what I wanted to test was how local, like having a local downloaded to your browser web LLM could kind of like work inside of a web application. And I created a to-do app. And so with that, because it can like read, write, delete, all these things, right? And so I wanted to have something that could maybe work on that. And it doesn't look like it's working here. So let me, I think I should be able to just drag, yeah, okay. So here is the Firefox. So here's the application I created, right? And it's taking forever to download. And that's maybe why also my internet may not be liking this. And so what it does is it downloads a local model. I'm using Hermes 3 Pro something. It's a very long name that makes no sense. But so you can see it's downloading it, and it's only at 3% now. And this is kind of like a drawback on doing it. Now, I think it's because I'm also streaming, and so I'm using a lot of bandwidth. So I think that could be why it's taking a while to download, because normally it takes maybe like a minute to download, but for right now, for whatever reason, it's taking a long time. All right, so that's this. So this is the web LLM, and we'll take a look at it when it's doing. But I wanted to also, I'm gonna post a link to the web LLM site here if you want to check it out. There's a lot of really cool stuff happening there, and they have a whole bunch of different models you can try, right? And so we've spoken about it before. So I included that into this to-do list application that I worked on. Now I also added this web MCP because I've been building some stuff with MCP for like work and things, and it's pretty amazing, right? So we have a MCP where in your IDE or whatever you're working on, your agent, your MCP client, you can actually do things like, I work at Vonage. So if you want to like send an SMS message within your actual, like while you're coding and doing whatever, you can send it while you're talking to your agent. It can do it for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to leave, go to another application. So you can do a bunch of things. Like you can purchase numbers. You can do a lot of things all within that while you're working on your application. If you want to test things, right? So all that you can do in there. We also have one that's like a documentation server where you can like ask questions of the documentation right in your MCP client and have stuff now. So those are the different like MCP servers. Now there's web MCP again, which I think we spoke about like last week or something. Now this is cool because now, as it is to like interact with a website, there's like a whole bunch of scraping and all these other things. So it has to kind of like try and figure out what the website does in order to be able to interact with it, right? But now with web MCP, you can actually tell the MCP client, like, no, this is what the website does directly without having to try and think about it, right? So you can do it like imperatively, which is like JavaScript, and so you can have like tools, or you can do it declaratively, where you actually have attributes on the elements themselves that kind of tell the MCP client what it does, so it'll be able to interact with it easily. And so this thing is pretty dope. And so it's available for early preview, right? So you need a certain version of Chrome. I think it was like 146 or something, right? And I've already been a part of the early preview program because of another thing that we're going to take a look at, which I think is pretty dope. And so I want to take a look at that. So again, the declarative and imperative API. So you can check out more. I'm going to post a link to this blog post. But we did talk about it last week as well. So we're at 17% downloading the web LLM thing. All right, I'm gonna add that. So cool. So I figured let's take a look. The same to-do app with web MCP. All right. So have that in this one here. Will this pop up? Yes, you see it. All right, cool. So now the way the web MCP works right now, when you want to test things out, is that you can you have this model context tool inspector. It's like a Chrome extension, right? And so now you have it here. And I don't think you can see that. Let me make this larger. Nope, it's making that one large. How do I make this here larger? Nope, it's making just the application larger. All right. Okay, well, you'll just have to like trust me and check it out for yourself. So here it lists all the different tools that it recognizes from the website. All right. So again, there is no more guessing like, oh wait, can I do this on this website on the AI models side? You tell it exactly what to do. So I have like add to do, clear to dos, delete a to do, get the to dos, get them all the list, and you can reply to user. Oh, I don't think I set up the Gemini key on here because normally it'll give you a prompt here where you can kind of test it out. So let me set that up also. Oh, that's weird. Okay, could have sworn. Oh, you know what? Oh, not on this computer. That's what it's browser by browser. I think that's what it is. That's what happened. All right, so I'm going to set an API key, right? And I'm probably gonna move this off screen so you don't see my API key. But let me copy this. Let me see what y'all can see. Give me a second here. Okay. Oh, nope. Move this over. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. So let me move this off. I don't want you seeing my API keys. But this is the actual the code here. So I just have like a regular index.html, right? And then I just have in the script, and here hold on. I'm looking at the preview to kind of see where we're at. Okay. Can you see this? Let me make this larger. So basically, like I have this, I'm exporting this function add to do right there. So I'm setting up all the functions, right? And then I'm putting them all like in a function. So when it comes back with like, when the thing comes back like, hey, I want get to do's, it will then run the function get to do's, right? But then for the web MCP, I have to set it up in a certain way. So I have like the tool and what it does to execute it. And so I have that, and then it returns the content of what, it should say back to the person. And then like, here's the web LLM stuff. All right. So it's pretty dope. Like there's a register. Where is it? Yeah. Provide context. I have a bunch of different ones that tools that I want to like register. So you do provide context. There's like register tool, I think it is, if you want to do individual ones. But you can see I just kind of passed in the tools there. All right, cool. So I was supposed to be setting up this thing, which I did not do. All right, give me a second. I have way too many windows open. This one here. Set the Gemini key. All right, so it should be good. Let me move this back over here so you can now see what I am seeing. All right. Oh, what happened? Just went away. What? Okay, hold on. I'm going to refresh this because I set the Gemini key. And when you know when it set it, because it didn't set it here. What the? Huh. Oh, I do not want. Okay, hold on. That's weird. Why would it not? Okay, let me try that again. I set it and it showed up. Let me set it again. Well, it said it's set here. That's weird. Okay, you know what? Let me just stop sharing my screen because it's showing up when I move it as a separate thing, but when I bring it back into this window, that's weird. Okay, so, see, this is good because I plan on like showing this, like, well, not me this, but the actual application maybe a little bit later. And so I'm going to stop my screen sharing here. Stop screen share. All right, now I'm going to add it in here. Let's see here. Cool. All right. That should be good. Okay, yes. So let me share my screen again. Share entire screen. We're going to go with this one. No, not that one. This one. Yes. Way too many screens. All right. Are we back? Okay, cool. So now you can see it says add book flight for vacation and research hotels in Paris to my to-do list, then show me what I need to do. So this extension knows that this is a to-do list based on the tools that it got. You know what I'm saying? So this is running Gemini 2 point something, I think. And so this extension. And so it knew. So it created this prompt knowing that this was a to-do app based on the tools that I gave it. All right. And then what's cool is also you can interact with the page. And then you can also, it lists the different tools and gives you different things that you can pass into it. Because it knows, again, based on like what the input schema that I set for each tool how to do like an example tool call, right? So it's all that is just coming from the website, which is kind of dope. All right. So let's say I want to add a flight, add book flight for vacation and research hotels in Paris to my do list, and then show me what I need to do. All right. So we're going to do that. Send this. So this is coming from like your MCP client. And then you can see here, it added it there. Right. And then it'll come back here. Like since it's in its own chat app situation, it comes back with, all right, the AI result. Okay, I've added book flight for vacation and research hotels in Paris, which it did, to your to-do list. Here's what you need to do. And it relisted again. Pretty dope, right? So that's cool. So now that's the power of the web MCP. So you don't need to have a separate server, you know what I'm saying, to like how to interact with your website. You can actually now just have your website tell your client, MCP client, what to do because of web MCP. Kind of amazing, super dope. It's coming soon, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can run tools and go all those sorts of stuff. Pretty cool. All right, so that's that one. How is the Firefox? Okay, we're at 60%. All right, cool. So there's that, right? Now, I also want to talk about the prompt API. So let me move this out the way. So now, as cool as that is, there is also the prompt API. Now, this is a thing that's been kind of around already. And so I've been kind of sort of playing around with it, but not really seriously until recently. Now, the prompt API is part of the whole built-in AI that's coming to Chrome. Well, there's parts of it already in Chrome. So like if you look at what's built in API, I think it'll show you the different ones that are good to go. Is it in here? It's not in here. Which one is it? API status and overview. So they have so it's like the translator API, right? It's already good to go in Chrome 138. So if you want to translate some text, it will use, I believe it's Google Gemini Nano that Chrome is being shipped with, right? And so through Gemini Nano, you'll be able to translate like parts of text or whatever you want in there. There's a language detector. So if you want to see what language something is in, you can do that there. The summarizer, you summarize a big blocks of text into something, into a summary. And yeah, so all these are good into Chrome 138. All right. Now there's the writer one, which is kind of like what I guess people would normally think of when you talk to like an AI. You ask it a question or do something and it'll respond with something. Rewriter API is like, hey, rewrite this text, maybe like an email, so it sounds friendlier or more technical or something. And that's what that does. Proofreader API is checked for like, proofreading. Now, prompt API, this is kind of like more of like what I really think is really useful and helpful when you're like building things. You know what I'm saying? So with this, you're able to go ahead, like the same thing the web MCP stuff was doing. You're able to like run actions and things on sites. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to tell all those things. All right. So that is basically, again, I'm going to post a link to this so you can check it out for yourself. It's some really cool stuff. All right. All right. So it'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. All right. So I added prompt API to my to-do app. Right. And so you may have noticed here it is here. Right. And so I'm in, well, that's interesting. Yes. So in order to get it to work, right, it's already available, but only through an origin trial. So I had to set the origin for my code space right here so that I get a like a key that I can put into my HTML so that it knows, okay, this thing is good to go to run this prompt API. And so now you could probably tell, how are we on the download? I think it was like 60% before, 75%. All right, cool. We might be able to actually run it. All right, so now really quickly, let me move this over here. So in this app, you can see, notice like, all right, so it's downloading the LLM model, right? And it has, the send, right? Whereas this one, it recognizes that prompt API is available. Let me make this larger. Oh, whoop, hold on. It's larger. So this shows you that, hey, prompt API is available and we're good to go. So there is no downloading of a web LLM. It's already in there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's one of the cool things about this. It's already built into the browser and you just build on top of it. All right. So pretty cool. All right. So now, so it's the same application. It just checks to see if certain things are available and it will show it to you if it is available. All right. So that's why it says prompt API send. I wanted something kind of different so you can see it. All right, so now to-do list, right? So I think this will work. I tried it before, I think, and it worked. That's the thing. You kind of know, but let's say, please add the ingredients needed to bake a chocolate cake as separate items in my list. So now instead of me actually having to go and think about all the things, different ingredients that I would need to make to bake a chocolate cake, I can just tell it that and it will do it for me, hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's see how this works. So we're going to do this. All right. And so again, it has all the different tools it needs. So it's going to figure out what ingredients are needed for a chocolate cake, right? Realize that it needs to add the to-dos and then do it to it. So wait, hold on, let me see. It might not work in this version of Chrome that I had, even though it showed up there. Okay, I'm not getting any console errors. Oh, okay, WebMC, it tells you WebMC is not available, but the prompt API is available. So it should come back, hopefully. Or maybe I might need to try it in the Canary, because I've been using Chrome Canary to do this. So maybe I'll try Chrome Canary. Hold on, give me a second. Because that should have, normally doesn't take this long. And again, I don't know if it's because of maybe my internet or something. All right, we'll try it in this one here. So this is the one where I demonstrated the web MCP, right? And so let's try the same thing here. Hopefully it runs. I'm not getting like errors or anything. It should work. Let me see something here. That one still hasn't shown up. If I refresh the page. Weird. Why aren't you working? Hold on. It was working before. Why couldn't that be working now? Because it's based on the. Am I thinking this is still running? Yeah. Cool. Why aren't you running now? Okay, hold on. Please. Let me refresh the page. Oh wait, something. No, never mind. I thought something else. Hold on. Refresh the page. All right, please. Oh man, caps lock. Please add wash the car. That's weird. Normally it doesn't take that long. Wonder what happened. And that's another thing. Like this thing changed like last week or whatever. So there's like breaking changes. So they're like working on this constantly, but it shouldn't have broken anything, I don't think, because I was just playing around with this like on Friday, like a few days ago. Give me a second. Where is it? No, this is not the. I have, as you can probably tell, I have way too many things open. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Well, I'm at 95% on the other one, but why didn't that? Why didn't this work? Okay, I think. I'm trying to remember if there was like examples. I don't remember if there was like examples that you could take a look at. Prompt API. Wait, no. I'm going to go to the prompt API here. Get started. All right. Do they have examples? I think they had examples. Because it's pretty cool demos. Okay, you have the prompt API playground. Oh, and then also it's like multimodal. So you can put in audio and like a file or something. Oh, there's like a canvas. I think this canvas one is like you drawing and then like hey, you want Mona Lisa, how's it look compared to that? All right, so let me see if this works. All right. What do I want to ask it? I don't know. What is the Oh no, you know what? This I always like this. Okay. What can you tell me about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Leonardo? Because he's the best Ninja Turtle. Not like you're trying to compare or anything, but we all know. All right, submit. All right, so it's generating a response. So let's see, maybe it's my internet or whatever. Because so this is not even like my example. So hopefully something will pop up. I'm wondering if it could be because I'm also streaming. Maybe it's using so much bandwidth, maybe? I'm not sure. Because like I mentioned, I'm also downloading this model, which could be, but it's supposed to be built into the browser though. But you know what? No, it does download. So maybe that's what it is, because it also downloads like the first time you use it, which is what I'm doing here on this browser. My other one on my other laptop, you have to download it. Oh, that's right. So okay, so hold on. So I think I can debug that because there's a thing to check to see if it's available. And I don't remember the code. What was it to check to see if it's available? There was a availability. Here we go. Let me see if this thing's available. So here we're going to debug this live because like this is not working. So it has to be something with my internet connection. And I think it is because maybe it hasn't downloaded yet. So let me see something. Okay, see, it says downloading. Ah, crap. Okay, so that's what it is. It's still downloading. So that's going to take a second. All right. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but it says downloading there. All right. Okay, so now the other one, the other model, all right, is now it's loading is from the cache here. So this is the web LLM one. So we'll take a look at this. I should have done this from before. See, that's my bad. I was working on other stuff and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to show this, not realizing, oh yeah, you still have to download stuff. So all right, this is almost ready to go. Kind of. Now it's loading GPU shaders. So it does a lot of stuff in order to make this thing work. But that's going a lot quicker now. So we'll see. But I don't know. I find this stuff super fascinating. Like I think this is kind of amazing. Like, well, of course, it's going to depend on your internet connection and stuff, right? But let me see. What else we got here? Is it? Nope, still downloading. All right. And then what was it? It's like good. It's complaining that I didn't put in like the language, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let me see here. Yeah, see, it just says it's downloading, so it's still downloading, and it's probably because of the other one. But let's see what I want. So yeah, so that's also why this is taking a while. I wonder if this says that it's downloading also. Is that a thing? Oh yeah, there's in their thing there's something broken, but yeah, no, it's still going. All right. Oh, and what's cool is that you can to help it like be able to get you proper answers and everything. You can put in like the input language and the output language, so it's able to kind of help you out with what you want. So it's pretty dope. Like it's kind of like this thing is pretty cool. Oh, and there's did I don't know if I set the because there's that should be that, no, I'm not that should be fine because the thing worked. You have to set certain permissions for it to work also for the web MCP and for the prompt API, the flags they call them, which should be good because I think if you set it on one, it sets it on all of them. Maybe that's a very big. Well, I mean, it was loading here, so all right, give me a second. Okay, I think the Firefox that should be ready to go. All right, so yeah, so here's the model that I have is the Hermes 3 Llama 3.1 blah 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 blah, right? And so let's say please add wash the car to just say please add the wash the car. So it would know what to do, right? So send that. What? Failed after 3 attempts. Oh, and what? I mean, engine's not defined. Oh, maybe I just thought about it. Maybe web LLM is not supported on here. Oh, I didn't see. I've never tried it on here. Yeah, weird. Okay. Yeah, saying engine not defined. Let me try refreshing this. Oh, and it has to like download again. But the second time it should be faster, right? I forgot to check to see if WebLLM is even available on here. We can see here it has the tools, right? So it pulled that up, like get to dos. Again, I'm not even sure you can see that, but it has all the different tools here, so it recognized it. And it's using WebLLM, all right? And then I have the messages, like what I initially tell it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're a helpful to-do list agent, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Network error when attempting to fetch the source, the web LLM itself. Oh, that could be a problem. So I wonder, we'll see. Not sure. Again, I'm just like kind of playing around with this stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what will happen. Oh, it's still doing that. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let's see if the Chrome, if it is downloaded. Okay, let's see. It's still downloading. All right, I may have to try this again at some later point or something. And then set it up before, but I guess it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like once it's working. I don't know why that still says it's downloading. And yeah, I'll try it when I'm not streaming and I'm not using up a whole bunch of like bandwidth, I guess, streaming. So yeah, but I've been working on this. My plan is I also created, I wonder if I should show that. Well, no, I'm already running over time. I also created like a web MCP client that's able to call to an external MCP server, like I mentioned before, the ones that we worked on for my job, to where you can be able to look up the documentation, ask questions, all this other stuff. So that is it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll talk about that in another time. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. But yeah, I will come back. I will get it all downloaded and everything, and so that I'll be able to actually show it working. But for right now, that's where we're at. Let me stop sharing my screen. And of course, as soon as I come off of here, it's going to start working. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I will make sure that everything is downloaded and working properly. But you can kind of see some of like the pitfalls and the things that are still kind of being worked out. But I mean, when it's working, it's awesome. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited to share that later. But for right now, I'm gonna get y'all back to work because I've been doing the post-radio show promo stuff and I want to get that done and get that out of the way. So I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is a track from Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out and watching me kind of fail a little bit, demo fail. You know what I'm saying? But this is good to know. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm going to be showing this other place, I need to make sure beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So cool. All right. So again, thanks for coming out, hanging out. I'm gonna send you all up with this joint. This is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. When we come back, we'll take a look at RS website, listen to music, watch some videos, maybe become a fan. But again, this is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. Thank you. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread a love like hell. I want to say thank you for holding on. When a brother was down and out, now I feel so strong. And I want to say thank you for being there. When a brother had nowhere to turn to, you were there. And I feel like hell. And everybody says hell.